It's a tug of war, battling to keep my sanity. Say no more, say no more. I love you, but I can't keep killing me. I look at myself, I wonder why you don't recognize who you traumatize me. Now what do I do? Pick up the pieces and go. Fantasy. Now I'm looking for a way to better me, a remedy. I look at myself, wonder why you recognize who traumatized me. Now what do I do? Pick up the pieces and go.
GM boys, what is going on? Another great day back on the stream. Today's stream brought to you by just a little bit of Diet Coke, trying to ease off the caffeine. Don't get me wrong, we're already one ghost deep this morning, just trying to cut back the caffeine just a little bit. You know, I was doing 2 Gorilla Mines a day. What is that, like 500-600 milligrams of caffeine, and trying to improve the sleep a little bit here, guys. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to go ahead and pull up today's prezzo, how to invest in your 20s for a life of abundance and freedom. Letting my screen load here. It is unfortunately giving me a white screen. 1 second, guys, 1 second. Let's go ahead and try to get this to lock in. Exporting a YouTube video at the same time, so it's possible it's mad at us. Give me 1 second to get this thing going. Sorry for the technical difficulties. May have to update Chrome. 1 second. I'm going to relaunch Chrome here. GM boys, any questions in chat, of course, go ahead and throw them down. And while Chrome is updating, I will pop on over to those questions. Let's see. Get this back up and running. Maybe it just won't work for us. That would be unfortunate. Or I'll just export it to Google Slides. Jesus, man. What is going on? Sorry for the difficulty, boys. Give me just 1 second here. Exporting it to Google Slides. There we go. There we go. There we go. Go ahead and share my screen, and hopefully it doesn't freak out anymore. Go ahead and switch on over. Sorry for the difficulty, boys. How to win your 20s. Essentially, how to actually live the life that you actually want to live. Right? How to actually invest to give you a life of freedom, not just slaving away every day till you are 65 damn years old and too old to enjoy, frankly, your retirement. How to win your 20s, boys. Freedom over flexing, number one. This is the first trap many people, myself included, sometimes can really fall into. It's a slippery slope. More worried about what other people think about the success you're coming into versus achieving a true life of freedom. Essentially, spending money just to prove that you have it. The watch. Maybe it's because you want to impress people. You want to impress a girl. You want to impress a future business partner. Now, to be honest, a watch isn't one of the worst things. At least it's something you could sell back for at least some of the money that you invest into it. Bottle service. As someone that's worked nightlife for multiple years, this is a huge trap, I think, for lots of people. I've seen this with many guys, whether it's because they hit a big sports bet, now they're just going to go blow it all on the club, or if they've had some first success in their business. It's something where you're spending a couple $1,000s on something, usually to try to impress, frankly, all the randoms around you, everyone around you. Try to get some nice B-roll, some Instagram clips, some YouTube clips maybe. Try to just impress people that you don't even know that aren't truly even a part of your life. Truly. That's just the truth of it. You're spending that money to try to impress somebody. And you probably won't remember that night. At least if you did it right, you're not going to be remembering that night. A new car. A brand new car. It's going to get hit by crazy levels of depreciation. I sold cars for years. I would know this firsthand as well. I've seen the interest rates. I've seen the people that could not finance a fucking water bottle trying to get a brand new car, somehow getting approved for it at an insane interest rate, putting themselves in a terrible financial bind just to look like they are doing all right in life. It's a big trap. It is a big trap. Driving something just to flex on people, just to seem like you're doing okay. Listen, I love cars. I love motorcycles. I've had many. It's one of my favorite things to do is to drive a fast car, fast motorcycle. I love the smell of gasoline. Absolutely. 100%. But if it's something you can't afford, you couldn't buy cash multiple times over, it's not something you should be borrowing money or spending every last dollar to your name to get a vehicle that truly you cannot afford. When instead, you could be throwing this into investments, into assets that will pay you over time to own those things. You don't want to be slaving away at your job to earn an income and blow it on a car. You want to earn that income, put it into investments, and those investments will eventually pay for that vehicle. And that is the true goal. The real status, the real flex, is actually achieving a level of freedom in your life where, well, I guess today's Thursday, you can decide what you're going to do. You don't have to ask your boss if you can go to lunch, if you can go eat, if you can take a vacation, if you can come in a few minutes late, if you can do X, Y, Z. It's being able to control your life from beginning to end, your day from beginning to end. That is the real freedom that, at least me personally, that is what I have been after. That is what I desire. And that may look different for a couple different people, but the true flex is being able to do whatever you want, whenever you want it. And then not going crazy and off the deep end once you first get that freedom. Trust me. Your biggest asset isn't money, it is your time. It is your time. Most of us don't have a lot of money at the beginning, so we're trading our time for money. And then as you start to build up that capital, it's something where you can use that money to buy back your time. That is the name of the game, simply. If you're not in your 20s, if you're a little bit older, this is something that, people of my generation, if you're a little younger, 30s, 20s, maybe you're 18 watching this. It's something where you have the advantage of time. That is your strongest asset. You can buy Bitcoin when it pumped up $70,000, $80,000. And if it swings back down to the 50s, you're okay. You have years ahead of you to let Bitcoin do its thing and appreciate up and to the right over the long term. That is what Bitcoin is going to do. If you're in your 70s and you're on that cusp of retirement, it's not something where you can put a large position in Bitcoin and it swings down, because one, that might just give you a heart attack and it's GG. But number two is that you don't know the amount of time you have left. And if Bitcoin's volatile and it cuts in half and you lose half of your portfolio momentarily, you might not have the time, let's be honest, to let that play out. If you're a young guy in your 20s, you can take some of those riskier investments. You can buy Bitcoin, you can learn DeFi, monetize your assets, and you have a long time for it to work out if you're picking quality, things that are going to win for sure over time. You have time to make mistakes. I made many mistakes. Lost tens of thousands of dollars making mistakes. Gambling, doing stupid shit, buying stupid tokens, and whatnot in crypto. But you have time to recover from those mistakes. You have time to learn. You have 40, 50, 60 years ahead of you if you're in your 20s right now at least. Most of us, not everyone's promised that time unfortunately, to make this thing work. You can make a mistake at 21 and you have years and years to rectify that mistake and come out better because you've actually learned something. Those mistakes are the tuition you pay. Right? Make some of those mistakes early on, like I did. And then you learn your lessons. I reformulated my portfolio, my game plan, my thesis. They created the crypto DeFi flywheel and something that I now have 40 years of that perpetually working for me ahead of me. I made those mistakes, I readjusted my strategies, and now it's something that's working for me. Learn DeFi, stat quality assets. Of course, the power of compounding. If you're cash flowing just 5% a month off your portfolio, which is easily attainable right now at this moment in time, just 5% a month. Portfolio is outperforming that. You have time to, outside of appreciation, outside of waiting for your assets to do what you want them to do, for that 5% a month to compound and become meaningful over years. If you're 75, 80 years old, you don't really have a lot of time for compounding to help you. If you have years ahead of you, if you're a younger investor, someone that you actually can have time in the game, this is something that is going to be one of the most powerful things you could do. It's why the S&P 500 exists in the first place. Maybe you're making 10% a year. That 10% a year that we hope for is compounding year after year after year. And it gets very, very strong, very powerful over time. The problem is that you wait so damn long to actually be able to retire off that money. When you're in DeFi, you're getting, let's say 5 to 10%, say you're just getting 5%. You're getting stock market S&P like yields every month or two. A year's worth of performance compressed into a month or two. The biggest thing is the volatility of the tokens. If you have time to let the tokens do their thing and time to compound your returns, you will become very, very successful over the long term if you don't sacrifice quality of your ranges and assets. The best time to start, of course, is always 20 years ago. I bought Bitcoin in 2009. What was I doing? I was unfortunately like 9 or 10 years old. So, I can't blame myself that much, but it sure would have been nice to somehow have stumbled across that part of the internet back in the good old inception of Bitcoin. Of course, I'll bet we wish we would have. We all wish we would have. The second best time, right now. Fun little thing here. But if you're waiting for the perfect moment, it's a mistake because the perfect moment was yesterday. The perfect moment was 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago. Not 20 for Bitcoin, but like 15 years ago. So you need to start today. Start making the decisions to actually do what's best for yourself today. Yes, you should have started hitting the gym 3 years ago, get your weight under control. But it's something that you need to fix today and start working towards that today. You should have started investing when you got your first job at 16. But you didn't. It doesn't mean you shouldn't do it now. It means that, yeah, you should have done it when you were 16. I should have done it when I was 16. I wish I was 12 buying Bitcoin. I wasn't, right? Start today. Do what's best for yourself now, today, to give you don't want to be another 10 years ahead from now, still wishing like, I should have started. I should have hit the gym. I should have invested. I should have learned DeFi and cash flowed off my portfolio. Yeah, I was holding crypto for the last 5 years, didn't make any money, never sold anything, had no cash flow, heard about that DeFi thing, never started. Yeah, but do you really want to do that for another 10 years? Or do you want to start cash flowing and building a system that will win and work for you over the long term? I would start today. Don't wait for tomorrow. Here's some investments that I believe actually matter. Stuff that will actually contribute to your success over the long term. If you are in your 20s, you can choose to take more risk like me. If you're an older investor, maybe these ratios will look a little different for you. 7 things I actually like. Crypto and DeFi. It is essentially 95% of my net worth. Crypto and DeFi. It's the thing that I understand the most. The thing that's made me the most money. I've also lost the most money in this. Let's be real, 100%. But it's the thing that I actually understand inside and out, period. It's the thing I'm investing in, and it's the biggest horse that I'm betting on. I have about 5 to 10% of my portfolio in stocks and your normal traditional investments. It's something to where it's boring, but it's consistent. It's something I think everyone should have a little bit. But again, I am young, I'm in the game, I have picked my horse, and I'm very heavily in crypto. For you, if you're older, you're probably going to be a lot heavier in stocks, in your dividends, in your TradFi. And that's okay. You should get some positions in crypto. You should learn how to monetize them through DeFi, and maybe your opinion will change over time. Gold, never a bad thing. Have paper gold, have physical gold. I have gold on chain in the crypto market. It's something where I have DCA set up. I know on Robinhood I buy like $200 a week, something like that. Just buying more gold all the time. A nice escape from inflation. Nothing crazy. It's not going to make you even stock market like returns, but it's a nice hedge just to have. It's been around forever. Forever. Into your health. As you start making money, your health is something that you should invest in. I think I break this down in later slides too, so I'm not going to go too crazy in depth, but your health, your network, and experience. Your network firsthand will determine who you become at the end of the day. 5 losers, you'll be a loser. 5 winners, you'll be a winner. 5 millionaires, it's inevitable that you will most likely become a millionaire. Be very careful who you spend your time with. Experience. I would rather spend that $2,000 we talked about bottle service at the beginning on that ticket to Thailand every single freaking time. Every single time. Experience, development, growth. It's something that $2,000 for that whole trip would, it's worth it every single time. It's honestly not enough. Me personally, in terms of crypto, buying Bitcoin, then learning DeFi. I'm buying into Bitcoin every single week. I don't care about the perfect entry. Over enough time, you get depegged from your first entry to Bitcoin anyways. My first buys were in like the 20,000s in terms of Bitcoin, right? It's something to where I don't feel like 60K is too high for me to buy. I'm always buying. I am depegged from my initial entry. I'm not waiting for 25K Bitcoin again to buy. I'm not waiting for, if we go back up to 80, I'm not waiting to pull back to 60 to buy. I am buying every single week. Buying more of the asset that I want to hold long term. Very simply put. And then you take it that step further and you monetize it in decentralized finance. You put that Bitcoin to work to where it actually cash flows and makes you money every single day. You're earning dividends from your Bitcoin. You're able to compound that back into your portfolio and keep growing that core holding of the assets you believe in. Does it have to be just Bitcoin? No. If you're starting, it probably should be. And then you work your way down to Ethereum and your other layer 1s and blue chips as well. I'm not going to advocate for degeneracy in these videos, but it's something to where when you're starting, buy the Bitcoin, learn how to borrow against it, run some liquidity pools, make 5-10% a month off those, let it earn money for you while you sleep, buy more Bitcoin with the profits, get the flywheel moving. Get it moving. And because you have the cash flow coming in, you don't care about the volatility of the market. The market swings down, you get to buy more Bitcoin with the money that you're earning from your job. And the profits from your liquidity pools, from your portfolio, the dividends it's paying you, you can buy more Bitcoin with that as well. And so when we go from 125 to 60, it's just opportunity. If we go from 60K BTC to 54, 55K, it's just more opportunity. You start to see it for the opportunity is versus fear and running away from any chance of maybe the asset moving down in value momentarily. Easier said than done, maybe. Let me know. Stocks and gold, again, I have like 5 to 10% of the portfolio in stocks. And you're just, I don't even really fucking care, to be honest. It's all just automatic. It buys every single week, some of them every single month, some of them daily, smaller investments. It's something that just goes in the back end. I don't even pay attention to. And frankly, don't care. That's just long-term little something else, something different. Same with gold. $200 a week. It's not going to make you rich. Protects you from inflation. You're not going to turn $1,000 into 10 grand. Not going to turn $1,000 into $100,000, of course. But again, the whole point is that we're not gambling. We're investing into our futures. And gold is a nice way to get out of the dollar's inflation. And then you still have that capital somewhere that you can rotate if there is a Bitcoin minus 50%. If there is a stock market crash, you have the gold that you can then rotate. Hot take, in your 20s, I wouldn't buy a personal home. You don't know where you want to live long term. You probably don't have the experience. You don't know what jobs are going to come your way. If you're living in a personal home, it's going to be a liability. A lot of maintenance. Again, it eliminates that freedom. If you get a job opportunity across the country or across the world, you can't take that. because you're worried about maintaining that mortgage. It's not going to be easy to sell. What if the home's price is down when you bought it? You're negative equity. You can't just get out of that home. It's going to put you in a bad situation. If you do have a property and you're running it like a business, which I know lots of you guys that watch this channel, you guys do have duplexes, quadplexes, rental properties, that's different. If you're house hacking, you're running it like a business, you have income coming in, you can be paid to live there. You can move across the country and still own that property, and it generates you cash flow. You have just a property manager that upkeeps the property. You still generate cash flow. It's an asset while you can continue to live your life in a different location. A life of abundance, a life of freedom. Hopefully this makes sense. Hot take, but I believe in it wholeheartedly. This one, a little personal to me. Your body is the vehicle for everything. Invest in your health. Health is wealth. If you're 65 and you're stuck in your bed and you're rich, I'm sure they'd pay any amount of money they can just to be able to walk again. Just to be able to go for a run. To be able to go to the gym. To be able to enjoy time with their kids, their grandkids, their family, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. If you can't move, if you're unhealthy, if you're sick, if you're overweight, it's not okay. You're going to pay for that long term. And it's not going to matter how much money you make if you can't actually just enjoy your daily life. I've been cutting. I'm down like 15 pounds from February out in Thailand. Still training, fasting in the mornings, keeping the protein up, improving sleep, wearing the Whoop, trying to lock in on some sleep, chilling on the caffeine a little bit. That's why today, rocking a little Diet Coke, trying to get that sleep in check. Take care of yourself. It's something worth investing in. Your network, as we mentioned, if your 5 closest friends you hang out with every day are going nowhere, they're going to pull you down to going nowhere. If they don't care about investing, if they don't care about their future, whatever it may be, it's something that will infect you and your mind, and you will become that person as well. It's just the truth. I've paid to be in rooms with people that have success in doing what I want to do. My first-hand example was meeting Jake. I joined his community back in the day after watching him on YouTube, joined his community, ended up actually teaching him and all the other investors in there a bunch of knowledge that, long story short, has turned into what this entire business, entire YouTube channel is. Helping investors grow and create cash flow off their portfolios. Teaching DeFi. That would have never happened if I never paid to be in a room around people that were like-minded and wanted to do what I wanted to do. You have to be around people going where you want to go, at least that they want to go there, if not already there. Surround yourself by people that want to win. Of course. You have 2K. You can spend it 2 completely different ways. You can spend it on the one night on bottle service. Again, if you've done it right, you shouldn't remember that night, frankly. Maybe you will. Is that really a core memory you want forever? Probably not. It's something that's over in a night. You had some attention from people you don't even know, maybe people you kind of know. Are they your real friends? I don't know. But it's something that's over in a flash. You'd spend that 2K on the ticket to Thailand like I did, and it's somewhere where the amount of personal growth, it's like years of living in 1 month. 1 month over there is like years worth of experience that you find out about yourself, other cultures. You expand exactly just your opinions and thoughts on life itself. Might sound stupid, might sound cheesy, but this is something that 100% is more valuable than spending this on one night at the club. And if you guys have yet to have the experience of going somewhere new, seeing a different culture, a different lifestyle, a different way of thinking, way of life, I would 100% recommend that you do so. Over this, any day and every day. And it's coming from someone that spent years working in nightlife. I'm just telling you. This is fleeting. This is something you'll remember literally for the rest of your life. And it doesn't have to be a trip. It could be just doing something with your family, going somewhere, a meaningful just event or occasion. Something that actually will build memories that are worth lasting. Hopefully that makes sense. Here's what you should do. In the next 7 days, 3 things. Pick 3, 1 for each category, and start. Weekly DCAs. Most of you guys that watch this channel already, you should be up on this. You guys are crypto curious, if not already monetizing your portfolios. Fantastic. Start DCAing into Bitcoin or your favorite assets. Set up an auto DCA so you're not thinking about it, so you're not trying to time the market and get so cute that you miss it again. If you're not a crypto guy, S&P, gold, set something up just to improve your life financially. If you already have crypto, actually open your first liquidity pool tonight. Just open it up. Just use $5. Figure it out. See how it works. Make some mistakes. Fuck around with it and see the system. Actually work towards improving your financial life. Number 2, experience. We talked about that. Book something. Is it a trip somewhere? Is it a networking event? The Bitcoin conference that we had in May. Or was that April? It was in April. End of April. Last year was May. Bitcoin conference we had in April. Our next mastermind. It is in Spain in August. If you want to go, link to 10K Fast Track is down below. Anything to put you in a situation to actually improve yourself, to give yourself a new experience, to become a better person, to level up the person that you are. And one more thing, number 3, something that will level you up as a person is that just fixing your sleep, like I've been doing. Is it actually committing to a diet, tracking your calories, working on protein, getting in shape, something to actually make you healthier, better version of yourself? Buy a trainer, enroll at a gym, join the 10K Fast Track, learn something. Level yourself up as a person and get it done. Write down one thing for each of these categories and do it today. Here it says by the end of the week, done by Sunday, but you guys honestly shouldn't give yourself any time. You should do it today, this evening, after this video. Honestly, I don't even care if you scoop right now, get it done. Time is the one thing you can't get back. You get one shot at your 20s. Listen, I'm 27 now. I started this investing journey at like 23. Okay, 23 years old. Really. The last 3 to 4 years has flown by faster than I could ever have imagined. People tell it to you all the time. Life flies by. I'm telling you it does. A lot of you guys already know this. Some of you may be the first time you're hearing this. I doubt it. But you get one chance, and there is no going back. If you're spending all your time on the video games, that's time you won't get back. If you're spending all your time partying and drinking, it's time you won't get back, and you probably won't even remember. I'm just being real with you guys. You have one chance to play it right, and then every decade it's going to get harder. In your 30s, it's going to be harder that you didn't do the work in your 20s you should have. Same with your 40s. It's just going to keep getting harder. If you are a young guy now, this is your shot to build something and make a life that you're proud of. It truly is. And again, like we talked about earlier, if you're in your late 20s, you still have the opportunity now. If you're in your 30s, you can still get started now. It's just going to be harder. Less time. Less time for compounding. Less time for your work to work for you, for your assets to work for you. Less time to make mistakes. But you need to get started now. Because the better time was yesterday. The better time was 5 years ago. But you have to get started today. That's the end of it. There's a video on the YouTube channel. It's literally how to invest in your 20s. Talks about a lot of this stuff. Of course, share it with somebody that you think could hear this message. Whether that's, just think of somebody that reminds you of your younger self. A lot of these videos I make, it's just for my younger self. Like, hey, don't worry about flexing on people. You're young. You have time to make mistakes. Just get after it and start working towards the life that you want. Because that's literally the only way to get it. Link to the 10K Fast Track. It's pinned on the live stream. Link is always down below. It's on the channel. 170 members inside. Book a call. We'll see if you're a good fit. And if you are, again, we'll build you a custom portfolio designed to cash flow you, to give you that life of financial freedom that you're looking for. Everyone's life, their dream life's going to look a little different. Is it to move to Thailand? Is it to be able to just cash flow a car? Is it to be able to choose what you do on a Thursday at your own discretion? It's different for everybody. Book a call. And of course, see you on the other side, boys. How long are we at on the stream? Let's take a peek and see. We are at 29 minutes, boys. Let's see. GM. Best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. Next best time is today. Exactly, Investor Chip. Exactly. There is no better answer than that. And that's kind of all I have for today. Nothing else. Hopefully this was valuable. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Want you guys to win. Market's been doing shit. We don't care. Let's see. Bitcoin back up 3%, 63K. Up from what, 59? Ethereum getting close to 1,700. I think it crossed a little bit earlier. Saw a notification. Solana, $66. It's hurting. Sui, 76 cents. Goodbye, potentially. Render $1.62. I forgot I have some render in there. That's a meme. Need to render some profits in that portfolio is what I need. Cool, boys. GG. If you have any questions, of course, leave a comment on the channel somewhere on a video. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. New video dropping tomorrow. I think it's talking about 10% a month being back. Give that a watch. Appreciate it. And boys, see you in the next video. Just keep it to the feed. Gotta catch the replay. Hey, enjoy. Enjoy. A little bit of a speed run, but it'll be good. Have a good one, boys.
It's tug of war, battling to keep my sanity. Say no more.